What's going on, everybody? We got One Hit Wonderland, Bad Day by Daniel Powter, video by Ty in the Shadows. Now, I'm sorry I was gone for a little bit, but hey, we're back to the semi-daily uploads. Let's freaking go, man. I actually know this song. I'm allowed to One Hit Wonderland. Sometimes I don't know it. Well, yeah, a lot of times I don't know it, but. Oh, no, I'm lying. Why am I lying? A lot of them I do know, but sometimes I don't know them, but I do know this song, you know. You had a bad day, you sing it all down, you sing a sad song, and you turn around. Like that. I think that's a song, hopefully, I'm pretty sure. Maybe this is an entirely different bad day. But, yeah, man. Let's go. Got some Dynamitas. Red 40, good for the soul and the heart.
I guess we're doing this.
Where is the moment we need it the most?
Welcome back to One Hit Wonderland, where we take a look at bands that are on one song. Yes, we are going to continue with the half dozen or so requests I sold off.
Oh, I forgot he did that.
Dog. She's much better now, thanks to your comments.
Yay!
Although I noticed that since her surgery, she does fart a lot more. Don't know what that's about. Anyway, the requests are great, because they force me to do songs that I've been avoiding for years and years. Years.
Cause you had a bad day, you take it one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around.
Bad Day by Daniel Powter, the smash hit that was basically everywhere in 2006, is by some metrics the biggest
2006
wonder of that entire decade. If you have engaged with music
Shit.
since the turn of the millennium, then there is a 99.9% chance you recognize this song instantly. Like, even if you have done everything in your power to avoid this kind of music, or music period, even if you listen to nothing but books on tape since 2006, even you
books on tapes?
That song.
You had a bad day, the camera don't lie.
At some point in the past 20 years, you have had at least one bad day. And when that happened, Daniel Powter was there for you. And he was there for your good days, too. And your mediocre days, and your sick days, holidays, every single day of your life, you have had a decent chance of running into bad day.
You had a bad day.
That is a serious achievement. And hopefully Daniel Powter got some comfort out of it, because his career afterward was basically one long bad day. For instance, Daniel Powter was somehow even too boring for that. But I have been challenged to find something to say about this song, and you paid me a lot of money for it, so that's what we're gonna do. Let us find out once and for all, where is the moment we need the most?
You had a bad day. You had a bad day.
Before the hit, Daniel Powter was, some guy. The story starts dull and stays dull, but what I can tell you is that he is Canadian, which he should by the hat he's wearing in every
That makes sense, actually.
Canadian top hat, they called it. He says he was inspired to music by British songwriter Nick Drake.
I saw it written and I saw it say,
Pink Moon.
Who he sounds absolutely nothing like. He knew he wanted to sing, but he struggled with his music lessons because he's dyslexic and he dropped out of college.
Oh, he's dyslexic.
He put out an obscure album in 2000, and from what I read, it sounds like they printed about 5 copies of it and it sold even less. Like, by his own admission, he was not really ready for prime time yet. It's only available as a bootleg on YouTube, where the uploader misspelled his name several times. Basically, his only notable accomplishment in his pre-hit years was that he made it onto the soundtrack of a Canadian high school show starring pre-Star Wars Hayden Christensen. I can't believe this guy and Anakin Skywalker have the same origin.
I killed them. I killed them all. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals.
He has nice teeth.
I hate them.
You had a bad day.
Okay.
Take one down, you sing a
Anyway, because I want something to be in this section, I hunted down the couple of times that not Degrassi here used the songs.
Jules, it's me, August. Yeah, it's me, Jules. Don't worry, I won't let her hurt you.
So what I will say here is that Daniel Powter definitely makes the kind of music that plays in shows like these. And based on this, I would assume that the only bigger, better things waiting for him was maybe showing up in the background of better TV shows. Not like the OC or anything, not that good, but like One Tree Hill or something like that. But there were, in fact,
I don't know what that is.
for him. In his mid-30s, he finally got signed.
Damn,
and put out an album.
his
And
mid-30s
then
is
a
crazy.
Coke commercial in France licensed one of his songs. From there, it spread through Europe and then the world. Thanks a lot, Coca-Cola. Well, that's a memorable piano riff, at least. It's fun to play. Yeah, that's a, I don't hate Bad Day. I don't. It's not a bad song. I mean, it's not like the worst song I've ever heard or anything. It isn't. It isn't. I've never really thought much about this song.
Guys, I don't think he likes this song.
This song sucks, which, you know me, I'll say that about anything. My grandkids came up to me and sang a song about how much they love me, and I thought it sucked. I'd say it to their faces. So the fact that I've never actively resented Daniel Powter, despite the song being everywhere, that means it must be doing something right. But the fact that I've also never felt like hearing this song ever in any way, that means it must be doing something wrong, too. Well,
Same.
let's see if we can't go into the lyrics and figure out why.
Where is the moment we need it the most? You kick up the leaves and the magic is lost.
Old jokes don't die. Anyway,
Don't need no caring, no. 'Cause you had a bad day. You're taking one down. You sing a sad song.
You're taking one down?
One down. You sing
taking one down? Taking one what down?
You had a bad day. The camera don't lie. You
Camera? What camera? What are you talking about? Was she like a news anchor? Did she look miserable on set today?
You're coming back down and you really don't mind.
You really don't mind that you had a bad day? Like, yes, you did mind. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a bad day.
You had a bad day. You had a bad day.
Okay, I thought diving into the lyrics would help me get a better handle on this song, but it makes me feel it less. It's all very vague.
Well, you need a blue sky holiday. The point is they laugh at what you say. And I don't need no caring, no.
What?
I'm confused.
None of those three lines go together? In fact,
This
when
nigga
you try
just
to
making
figure out
stuff
what
up.
this song is about exactly, you won't really find anything. I think this guy subscribes to like the Max Martin school of songwriting.
I never wanna hear you say
I want it that
It
way.
doesn't matter if the line actually goes here, it just has to sound like it does. He throws in a random you and I at one point,
oh, you and I.
and then he just never finishes the sentence or connects it to anything. That's just how he writes. Like, you don't really need a narrative in this one, it's just vibes. It's pure vibes. You don't have to know what it means exactly, you get the idea. You had a bad day, but it's gonna be alright.
Tell me your blue skies fade to gray.
I think the song's supposed to be comforting, and I think that's why it connected really well with people, but also you will find
This guy's
people who
eyes are
hate the song
really
a lot
blue.
more than I do. And
Like,
I
step
get it.
back, buddy.
I don't particularly like this song, but if you're having a bad day, well, this song is like a big warm hug from a friend. Sometimes when
I would
things are
not
shitty, you
want to
have
listen
put things in
to this
perspective.
song
Like,
if I have a
yeah,
bad day.
You know, that sucks, but it's just a bad day. They happen. It'll be okay tomorrow. Tonight, let's just make some mojitos and we'll watch rom-coms and we'll put all of this behind us. But if you're having a good day, this song is a total buzzkill and it's thoroughly annoying. And if you're having a really bad day, then, oh buddy. Sometimes, it's not just a bad day. Sometimes things are seriously fucking bad, and tomorrow's not gonna be any better. And in that situation, that friend trying to make it seem like it's not that big a deal, that just annoys the fucking piss out of you. Like if your day is, I found out my wife is cheating on me, or my cat has leukemia, then Daniel Powter going, aw, who had a bad day? Fuck Fuck off, you patronizing. Get out. Why do I even hang out with you?
Cause you had a bad day, you take it one down.
I think that's why the song is so funny if you use it as a joke. Like, there are no ends of commercials and viral videos that use this song. Like, they started springing up right away. Like, check this out in all its pixelated glory.
You had a bad day, you take it one down.
That sucks for you. Like, it's such a smarmy song. It already kind of sounded like it was making fun of you. And it's not even the state of your mind when you hear it. It's in the text, insofar as the song has any text. Like, I don't think any of these lyrics actually mean anything, but this line...
You fall into pieces every time, and I don't need no carrying on.
I don't need no carrying on. It sounds like Powter is just straight telling you to shut up and quit whining already. Like, I don't need this. Oh my God, are you still going on about that? We all have bad days, Amanda. You don't hear me bitching about it. Like, something about his smug, chipper, chirpy voice. Like, does this song sound to me like a hit? Yeah, I'm not surprised it was big, but I don't quite get why it was #1 hit big. Like, I check out the video to see if maybe that was amazing, something you'd want to watch on VH1 every day, and it just looks like everything else that was on that channel. It's cute, I guess, but like, why did every VH1 video look like this? Why was that channel allergic to color? Why is everything about this guy so brown? His clothes, his album, his videos. But I can tell you one thing about this video that does interest me. You see that? Look again.
What, the water?
If you look,
Oh.
he is clearly playing
Oh my fucking God.
in the key of C, even though the song is obviously in E flat.
Are you serious?
That's a huge
That's a fucking crime.
Like, I thought maybe that was a fraud. Like, he said he did drop out of music school, so maybe he couldn't fake playing the right key. He had to switch it to the easy key with no sharps or flats. But upon research, it looks like he can, in fact, play his instrument better than I can, most certainly. And also,
So then why was it wrong in the video?
regardless of what key it's in. So it seems more likely that he's playing in C because he never learned to play it in E flat because it's too high.
Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down.
He's singing bad day, but not quite that high. It strains his poor voice, and it's hard to sing live. I mean, 3 whole keys down, that's a lot. I guess in the studio, his producers told him he wasn't annoying enough to be catchy unless he really stretched that falsetto. But of course, I can tell
Did
you.
Adam Levine show up, or what was
I
that?
remember why.
Fox tonight, it's finally here. The 2-hour season premiere of American Idol starts right now.
Yes, in the mid-2000s,
Oh, shit.
I did watch American Idol, and if you meet someone who said they didn't, they're probably lying.
Going home tonight.
Or they weren't born in that era like me.
Anyway, if I got the timeline right, I think season 5 was the first season they gave the Eliminations a theme song.
Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down.
And they picked Bad Day for it, which, you know, I think that's a good call. Because in the previous seasons, the Eliminations had kind of serious funeral vibes to them. So Bad Day set exactly the right tone.
You had a bad day, the camera don't lie.
Like, it's sad, but it's not that sad. Let's be level-headed about this. No one died or anything. They just reached their 15th minute is all. Just one bad day. I don't remember Idol being where I first heard the song. I think it was around already, but it definitely got a big boost from it. Like, I would say that after Since You've Been Gone and Before He Cheats, this is the biggest hit Idol ever made. It was everywhere, which is pretty impressive considering the song is
DirecTV.
based
Does that
on
even still
oatmeal.
exist? DirecTV?
I mean, oatmeal with some...
Not even a thing still?
It's not, you know, the worst meal you've ever had. But still, not the most exciting either. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just need some comfort food, and that's what America wanted in the dark days of 2006. For the record, I don't think he'd disagree with anything I'm saying about his songwriting here. I looked up some interviews and he said that, 1, yeah, the lyrics are more about syllables than actually meaning anything. And 2, it is supposed to be.
Oh, that's fine.
You know about, you just start complaining
I
about
don't really care about
stuff.
lyrics that much.
Complaining about like, oh,
Well, most songs I don't.
latte was just too cold today, and oh, I was, you know, my manicure, and it's kind of just like a reminder of how lucky most people really are to be where we are. And
There's like the subtitle list, like fucking just put random letters in the keyboard. What was that? What was that language?
Bad Day is the story of someone having one bad day in an otherwise happy story. And Daniel Powter's story is basically the exact opposite.
Oh shit.
Okay, I've already talked about this phenomenon in one of the billion episodes I've done, but almost none of the acts I cover are perfect, ideal examples of one-hit wonders. Like, if you get a top 10 hit, you will get another charting song. Not necessarily another hit, but you will get at least a tiny sliver of attention because you already have.
The fuck is this?
Daniel Powter, though, is one of the pure one-hit wonders. He is one of about 12.5 people who reached number 1.
Does Gautier fit in that tier? Like he only had one number 1? Did he have another?
Not stalled out at number 53 or 55
Gautier? No,
or
he didn't.
82 or
Did he
whatever.
chart again?
He never reached the Hot 100 again at all.
Damn.
Ever. The only other people who have pulled this off did it by being extremely weird flutes like the Miami Vice theme or whatever.
Rides through the jungle, tearing limbs off of trees.
Right, like that's the caliber of song I'm talking about. But obviously that doesn't describe Daniel Powter, who was as middle of the road as they come. How did an artist as vanilla and radio friendly as Daniel Powter join those ranks? Well, let's see.
I'm a little used to calling outside your name.
His follow-up was called Free Loop. I think it's called that because it's built off of a free piano loop he got off the internet. Like, I don't even know if that's a joke or not. Like, it's the best guess I have because it sure doesn't show up in the lyrics. Okay, by free loop we mean free love, I guess.
We can do a
Look, if you're gonna
one
make
night
a soft
stand.
rock song about hooking up, you can't call this what it is, you know? You gotta be at least a little romantic about it. He sounds like he writes his lyrics by mix and matching fridge magnets. Also, this music video is insane. Little baby Daniel Powter wants a piano. Oh, he saved up until an adult and he bought it with his piggy bank money. Good luck with that. You can't have
Pianos
more than
don't cost that
17
much.
Canadian dollars in there. My first piano was so expensive that my dad lied to my mom about how much it cost. But then he has to sell the piano, but then he gets his big break, and then later he stumbles across it and he restores it. Call me a cold-hearted jerk if you want, but this is just silly to me. This is like me finding my old 20-year-old laptop and trying to edit videos on it. A new piano is fine. Well, it's obvious why that one flopped. Let's try the next one.
Wait,
Jimmy
why?
Gets High.
Why was that obvious?
Jimmy, you know, everybody hates it when you're living off rock and roll. So you get high tonight.
I think this is going to be my favorite of his
What?
songs because I can tell what it's about.
Jimmy gets high tonight.
It's about a sad rock and roller who deals with the stress of fame by getting high.
These songs don't even sound bad, bro. Like I could hear these being on the radio. Like I thought like his music was gonna turn to some other genre or some crazy fucking shit, but like this is literally like just
Boy, is this the wrong guy
Same
to be
shit.
writing about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, the Elton John influence is obvious, but the writing's just weak. It just doesn't connect. I mean, I'll tell you what gets high. Powter's voice.
okay. I don't know
Also,
about
is
that.
your thing really gonna be wearing that fucking knit cap fucking everywhere? Even
It's
at
kind of like
40?
AJR with the
That does
fucking
not go
winter
with
hat.
that suit, man. Take off the fucking beanie. Well, that's also a flop. Here's the next single, Lie to Me.
I knew this girl named Detroit cool and moved up in my block.
Absolutely not.
What?
Tell me once again, why would you lie to me?
Stop.
Look, I would
Who's
describe
telling
this
him to
whole
go
style
higher?
as, what if Adam Levine wasn't funky? Like, it's funny he's relying on that falsetto so much when apparently he can't pull it off out of the studio. Well, at least now he's switched to a different kind of dumb hat. But otherwise, yeah, that's another flop. And then we have a 5th single off this album called Love You Lately, which sounds exactly like all the other ones.
I'm the one that loves you lately.
And Jesus Christ, 5 singles. Like, this is how you know Bad Day was a huge hit. It's insane that we have 4 more videos off of one album.
That is
none
crazy.
of which remotely justify putting any.
When was the last time like a huge
There's
artist has
no
done
way
5
any
singles?
Of these songs get any promotion without Bad Day taking off first.
Maybe Doja Cat? How many singles did that album have? I knew that album had a lot of videos. Well, Planet Her.
How every single one of those songs goes. Well, I mean, yes, but also no.
I woke up early to baby blue.
He released 2 more albums, the first of which was called Under the Radar, which sounds like he knew exactly what was about to happen there.
Can't believe I missed your birthday again, and I wanna come back.
This guy isn't that bad. Like, I feel like y'all are hating. I feel like this isn't that bad. Maybe because I you know, this style, like I you know, I do kind of listen to it. You know, I fuck with Adam Levine, you know, John Mayer, like these guys, like it's kind of like this shit. But like, it's not that
Anyway,
bad.
this is a song about how
This doesn't even sound that bad,
bro. I guess this song's alright. Here's another.
I'm hoping you'll sing along, though it's not your favorite.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
Christ, all these songs sound the same. This is boring. I'm bored. Why did you request this? While the music itself is dull, the story of his downfall is at least a tiny bit more interesting. Like, a lot of guys get their first taste of fame and get even more ambitious. Powter did the opposite. He said he knew he was never gonna top Bad Day, so he stopped trying for that mega massive mainstream success. Like, maybe if that song had done a little worse, he'd try a little harder. Also, he said straight up that except for playing music, he just does not really like any part of the music industry. He doesn't like interviews, doesn't like
makes
TV.
sense.
Like, VH1 still had some clout by that point, so if Daniel Powter wanted to, he would have been plastered all over that network, but he just had no mic skills and no camera skills.
You're beautiful.
Powter will forever be associated with James Blunt, the other wuss rock one-hitter of 2006, and Powter said he doesn't see the connection. He thinks he sounds more like James Brown than James Blunt, which means we can also probably count Delusion.
We're both white and have male genitalia.
And also, he had one other major issue preventing him from following it up. It turns out Daniel Powter developed a serious problem with the powder, if you get me.
I did a lot of drugs. You know, I was really addicted to drugs and alcohol. And
like, eventually he had to work to get clean. He
had a bad day, and that's why
sound like much fun, but
he started
if
doing that sniff sniff.
Out in rehab, well,
it all makes sense
song
now.
He could listen to cheer himself up.
Damn.
In 2012, he released his final album. Looks like he was trying to get on that Jack Johnson, Jason Mraz train. He finally took the hat off, thankfully. You know, I thought he was gonna be bald, but I guess he wears the hat because he's got like this weird mega mind.
Why does this guy? He looks like someone that.
Gonna be bald.
Why does this guy?
I guess.
Like, who does he fucking look like? This guy looks like someone. I don't. Oh, I can't put my
hat because he's
finger
got, like,
on
this
it.
Weird mega mind forehead. But like, I wouldn't have noticed or said anything if he wasn't so intent on covering it up. Like, you're just drawing attention to it, man. That last album came out in 2012,
like someone. Oh my god,
and
I can't.
That's been it from him. The last anyone heard of him was last year, where, as part of a cute little stunt, he showed up on Canada's Got Talent pretending to be a contestant, which I think all these talent shows do stunts like that.
My name's Daniel. I thought I would sing an original song that I wrote.
So I always think it's scary when people sing their original songs, because if you pick something that's top 40 and you're playing it, you're apt to get people tapping their toes, and you kind of take that risk.
Yeah.
Which is a big risk.
I like that even in his home country, which has massive subsidies to its homegrown talent, he doesn't get recognized.
That is
For the
crazy.
record, a couple of
That
his
actually
songs
is kind
did
of
chart
embarrassing
in his
a little
home
bit.
country, so I guess he's not a one-hit wonder there. But I've been told by many Canadians that the Canadian charts mean nothing, even in Canada. And since no one in the crowd recognizes him, as far as I'm concerned, his one-hit wonder status is still as pure as the driven tundra. On the other hand, they do eventually put it together.
If he wore the hat, do you think people would have
We needed the most.
recognized him?
Howie Mandel's like, oh, it's Daniel Powter, which is how you know that this is taking place in Canada. In this country, we'd never put it together. Howard Stern would just be sitting there not getting the joke, like, well, that's not an original song. what are you doing? And I think that'll probably be the last time anyone hears from him.
That's just kind of embarrassing, though. Like, yeah, I had a fucking huge fucking hit in the 2000s. Yeah, like, does he think, like, that's kind of embarrassing. Like, imagine, like, just, I don't, is it just me, like, doing this is kind of, like, embarrassing? Like, damn, nobody recognizes me. Like, damn. Like, I tried for years and years and years and years for my entire life to become, like, just, like, this huge thing. And, like, I did for a bit, and now nobody remembers me. That's just kind of, like, embarrassing, bro. I don't know.
You wrote a bad song, the numbers don't lie. No, I can't quite call Bad Day a bad song. It has something to it, has a very universal power, and I'm not gonna
I don't even care for this song.
To all our hearts, or our minds at least, especially the part of our minds that remember all the annoying songs. But, you know, ultimately I don't see what this guy offers that you couldn't get from your average guy at the open mic night at the bar. This was a man destined to have one or less hits. But you know, for a guy who will always be associated with bad days, he seems thoroughly
He probably
fine.
fucking hates
He
that
keeps
song, I'm not
pumping
gonna
out
lie.
different versions of his one hit, so he's certainly not mad at it.
Oh.
If he's at all resentful
Maybe
that
not.
he didn't get any bigger, he sure as hell doesn't show it.
No, he
You know
probably
what? Good
does
for
hate the song.
You had a bad day.
Nah,
Thank you.
Had a bad
Thank you very
day.
much.
Cause you had a bad day, you take it one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around, you say you don't.
Okay. What do you guys think this new Todd video? Daniel Powter, man. Daniel Powter. He's somebody, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely exists. No, I mean, he's just kind of forgettable guy. You know? I can see why he didn't want to do this episode. Just kind of like a boring dude. Not gonna lie to you. All right, well, that's it. I guess go subscribe to Ty in the Shadows. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to my second channel. Go follow me on Twitter. And yeah, thank you for watching.